Welcome back to Silent Conspiracy. Tonight, the highway you travel to earn a living might be the path to your death. Imagine this. A cab winding through sugarcane fields under a crescent moon. The driver, weary from a long night shift, stops to relieve himself. A man approaches from the shadows, clutching a handkerchief slung in his back pocket. Offering a medical emergency or promising a lucrative gas delivery, the stranger builds instant trust. You feel safe until the world goes dark. The stranger is Dr. Devendra Sharma, branded Dr. Death and taxi driver killer, one of India's most ingenious and chilling predators. Over 3 years between 2002 to 2005, Sharma lured at least 21 taxi and truck drivers to their deaths, strangled them with crushing precision along desolate highways, and dumped their bodies into a crocodile-infested canal. He hid his crimes behind the facade of an Ayurvedic doctor and kidney transplant middleman, then vanished into the crowd twice, despite stringent police surveillance. By the time authorities finally recaptured him in 2025 after 2 daring parole escapes, Sharma had exposed the deadly vulnerabilities of modern policing, digital surveillance, and the compassion that predatory criminals exploit. Tonight, we reveal every twisted step in Sharma's descent from healer to hunter, examine how he repeatedly outwitted law enforcement, and explore urgent lessons for safeguarding those who drive our highways. Devendra Sharma's transformation began with financial ruin. Born around 1957 in Bihar, he earned a BA/MS degree in 1984 and set up an Ayurvedic clinic in Rajasthan. Patients flocked to him for herbal cures for arthritis, digestive disorders, and chronic pain. But in 1994, he invested 11 lakhs, his entire life savings, in a gas dealership franchise. When the venture collapsed, he was crushed by debt and desperation, a man with no other recourse. Sharma's first crimes were petty, collected deposits from villagers for gas cylinders that never arrived, then vanished. Next came a far more insidious scheme, brokering illegal kidney transplants. Between 1995 to 2004, he arranged over 125 transplants, pocketing 5 to 7 lakhs per operation by exploiting poor donors and wealthy recipients. Clinics under his influence bypassed medical regulations, and police, bribed with generous consultation fees, looked elsewhere. By late 2002, Sharma had honed his scarcest commodity, ruthlessness. He formed a gang with 3 trusted associates, Garaj, Anyud, and Kishanand, began targeting taxi and truck drivers along 4 states. Sharma would pose as a patient needing urgent treatment or a gas supplier requesting a ride to a stranded site. When drivers complied, he and his accomplices struck, strangling the victims with scarves or cords until they went limp. They then bound hands and feet, stuffed bodies into vehicles or dragged them to canal banks, and dumped them into the Hazara Canal near Kazanj. Crocodiles did the rest, devouring flesh and erasing evidence within hours. Sharma's criminal genius lay in comprehensive planning. He studied driver phone logs to predict routes, used binoculars to scout ambush spots, and timed operations for moonless nights when police patrols were minimal. His gang communicated using hand signals and coded phrases borrowed from Sharma's kidney racket network. Job done or pick up at dawn, ensuring silence even under suspicion. Between 2002 to 2005, over 50 bodies surfaced along the canal. Limbs and heads were picked at by crocodiles. Clothes floated downstream. Families filed missing person cases. Highway unions protested as insurance companies refused payouts, citing mysterious disappearances that eroded driver morale. Convoys of cabs began traveling in groups, but Sharma's gang adapted, striking convoys' outskirts or switching highways mid-route. The breakthrough came in 2004, when Gurgaon police apprehended Sharma for kidney transplant fraud. His uncanny familiarity with disappeared driver details triggered suspicion. During interrogation, detectives discovered a ledger in Sharma's clinic with coded entries, dates, vehicle numbers, and cash amount entries matching missing driver reports. Faced with mounting evidence, Sharma confessed to killings, revealing how he deposited bodies in the canal and sold vehicles in local black markets for 20,000 to 25,000 each. On March 13, 2007, a Jaipur court sentenced Sharma to life imprisonment for murdering a taxi driver. On May 14, 2008, A Gurgaon court imposed the death penalty for a second killing, later commuted to life. Faridabad courts also convicted him and 2 associates for the March 2006 killing of Kamel Singh, noting the crime was planned and orchestrated, a rare admission of a serial killer's methodology by Indian courts. But Sharma's saga did not end there. In January 2020, he was granted 20 days parole to attend a family wedding in Aligarh. Instead of returning, he absconded, vanishing into Uttar Pradesh's labyrinth for 7 months until recaptured in July 2020. Released again on 2-month parole in June 2023. Sharma exploited the same weaknesses: lack of GPS anklets, poor interstate alert protocols, to escape again. This second disappearance lasted nearly 2 years, with rumors placing him as a saffron-robed priest in Varanasi, performing rituals and offering herbal remedies, a chilling echo of his former life as a healer. On May 19, 2025, Delhi police traced him to an ashram in Dausa, Rajasthan, living as Pandit Yashvir. He was arrested mid-chant, ending one of India's most astounding manhunts. His ability to slip through parole systems highlighted critical flaws: no real-time electronic monitoring, inconsistent police cooperation across states, and clerical errors that let a higher-risk convict walk free twice. The human toll of Sharma's crimes cannot be overstated. Each driver's disappearance meant shattered families, financial ruin, and lifelong trauma. Survivors like trucker Ramesh recalled the terror of unheeded SOS calls. Widows like Tarabose never saw their loved ones' bodies and spent years fighting insurance and police apathy. Their voices fueled legal reforms. The Delhi High Court in 2024 mandated electronic ankle monitors for all convicts with multiple murders and real-time data sharing between states. The court also ordered establishment of a national parolee registry to flag high-risk individuals crossing state lines. Direct outcomes of Sharma's escapes. Modern forensics and technology now offer tools to thwart such predators: GPS-based route deviation alerts, driven CCTV analytics to identify abandoned vehicles, drones for nighttime highway patrols, and mandatory biometric SIM registration. But implementation remains patchy, especially in rural regions that lack infrastructure gaps a modern Dr. Death could exploit. As you ponder this, ask yourself, in an era of smartphones, social media, and satellite tracking, could another Devendra Sharma still terrorize highways unnoticed? Or have we built a web of surveillance strong enough to ensnare even the savviest predator? What do you think? Could technology and robust oversight outpace criminals? Or will cunning predators always find cracks to slip through? Share your theories below. If this deep dive into Dr. Death's reign unsettled you, hit like, subscribe to Silent Conspiracy, and ring the bell. Next time, we'll explore another case where the line between healer and hunter blurs into terror. Until then, stay vigilant and remember, sometimes the worst monsters wear the most trusted masks.